All right, we're here with Joe Gold, the best Infernoid duelist that I personally know. Rightful top 16 of YCS Vegas. Got scammed.
Second time.
How was the event for you? How was your deck?
It was good. It was really good. It sucks we got 17th, but I had a lot of fun. I played a cool deck, and I had like a really great time playing it. So, I guess I'll talk a little bit about why I played this deck. So, yeah, I played Infernoid Snake Eye. One of the reasons is I just really like the Infernoid cards. I think they're really cool. They're like really versatile, do a lot of different stuff. And at the beginning of the format, Droll was really popular. So this deck like plays around Droll really easily. As long as you can like get to Ash and Degatron on the field, you can FTK your opponent. So I thought it was like a good meta call into Droll. And your Fire King matchup is really good because all of your cards just banish from their graveyard. So I thought it had a good Fire King matchup. It was good just like into the defenses that people were playing. And yeah, it worked out for the most part. So yeah, let's get into it, I guess.
Let's see it.
So 3 Degatron, obviously, he's the main man. Not once per turn, dumps an Infernoid, copies its effect, increases level by the one you send. So you use him for just like all kinds of crazy plays. Just like summon him over and over and over. It's insane. I played 1 Permeus. This one's important because it's the level 1. So you can search it off Snake Eye Ash. Like if you open Poplar and either Degatron or one of the little guys, you search like the other one. So like if you open Degatron, you search this guy. And it lets you like banish Degatron from your hand to summon this, and then you summon Oak, summon this back, and you can full combo from there. So that's why he's important. I played 2 Patrulia. You gotta play 2 of him because at the end of the combo, you have to dump one off Degatron to make him a level 5 to do the FTK. So if you open one, you don't have it in your deck if you only play 1. So that's why I played 2. It also just came up that I would dump both of them to just like pop 2 spells or traps going second. So that was really good. Played 1 P80. You have to play this for the FTK just because it's a level 5. Its effect isn't really relevant. Yeah. I played 1 Sajet. I don't play any Void Spell or traps. This is just in your deck to make Degatron a 7 so that you can synchro with the level 1s like Oak and Ash to make Excel synchro, and then bring him back and then just like send more. 2 Cyctimus. The same way that you have to have 2 Patrulia, you have to have 2 of this, because if you can't make Degatron a level 8, you can't make Bishbalkin. So I chose to play 2 of this because it's an FTK deck. Yeah, so I have to be able to do it. This is also the best one going second because it banishes a card after it attacks a monster and like sends it to the grave. So that one was really strong. And then 1 Deviati. This isn't like necessary, but it's like the best card to dump off Degatron whenever you like get hand trapped multiple times. It's just like the monster negate. It's also really crazy in a lot of game states if you can summon him because he's Heavy Storm. Like versus Voiceless Voice, if you can summon this, you just like wipe their back row and then they negate and you contribute chain it. It's really insane.
It's insane.
That's all the Infernoids I played. The other thing was that like the Degatron's like really good to draw, and the little guys are like pretty good to draw themselves too. So like these are the only like real bricks, and I figured if I was drawing one of these instead of like a Fire King card, which don't do a whole lot on their own anyway, I wasn't like playing that many more bricks than like the Fire King deck is.
That's fair. That's fair.
I felt like that was a rational thing to be able to play this deck. I don't think I need to talk about this card. It is the best card in the game.
Yeah.
In my deck, it's even better because this is a 1 card FTK. So there is that. I played 2 Poplar. FTK deck, you have to be able to search it when you need it. Also a 1.5 card FTK with Degatron or one of the little guys. So there's that too. I played 1 Oak and 1 Flamebridge. This card is especially broken in my deck because I don't know why people don't know this. Oak can special from Banished, so you just like banish Degatron for an Infernoid, and then you summon this, bring him back, and it's just like free. It can also add back from Banished, so if you go through Permeus and banish it already, you can just add him back, and it's a free extender. So this card is really, really good. This is like the best Snake Eye card, honestly. If they ban this card, I think all the fire decks are just like totally fine, totally fair.
That's fair, to be honest.
3 Witch, also 1 card FTK. That's why I played 3 of it. And I played a lot of cards in my deck, 46. So I wanted to maximize on the cards that got me there. In the same vein, 3 Wanted. I don't think I have to say more.
Another 1 card FTK.
Yeah. 3 Bonfire. Another 1 card FTK. The 2 searchable spells. I don't think I have to talk about this, but this is like the way you play through Nib, which is the best hand trap versus this deck.
This card's insane. I saw this card played so much this weekend.
It's like incredible going second too. It like forces interactions, just like lets you play the game. It makes all your guys huge, so you can like kill them under Nib in like random circumstances. Yeah, but like the Nib thing is the biggest thing, because like you don't have to actually use Oak for the 1 card FTK, so you'll just like activate this, scale Oak, and then do your combo. If they nib you too early, you summon this, summon back Decatron, and then you have the token, and it just like lets you do the FTK even after you get nibbed.
That's insane.
If they nib you late, like which is the correct time to nib, sorry for everyone who wants to pick up this deck and terrorize your locals with it, but the correct time to nib this deck is after they summon Bishbalkin. So if you do that, this still summons Oak, and you still make like a crazy board afterwards, but you don't lose the game that turn. Yeah. And the last engine card was 1 for 1, also a 1 card FTK. I'd play more of it if I could, but it is at 1. And then the defensive cards. This is why my deck ended up being so big. So like with the Infernoid bricks, I wanted to increase my deck size so I had less chance of drawing these, especially in multiples.
Makes sense.
So I decided to add like as many defensives as the ratios worked out. So I played 16 defensives in my 46 card deck. You can do the math on that if you want to see. But it's 3 Ash, 3 Valor, 3 Nib, and 3 Imperm for the hand traps. These are just like the standard ones that everyone's playing right now. They're the most versatile, they work the best. Droll fell off because of Pure Snake Eye becoming more popular, so you just decided to play these. Like these can end their turn. This, a lot of the time, will make their board like really easy to break. And then Nib's just like the best hand trap in the game right now.
Yeah, 100%.
And then other than hand traps, the other defenses I played were 3 Talents and Called Vibe, because I'm trying to FTK.
Yeah, get hand trap, ripped another hand trap out.
Yeah, the dream. If you get drolled, so like if you have Witch at all, like Witch is a 1 card FTK through Droll, because you just like Witch, summon Ash, search Decatron, and then you don't ever have to search again. So the dream was that I would just like Witch, summon Ash, search Decatron, they droll me, I Talents, rip their other hand trap, and just kill them.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It happened like once, and it was crazy. Yeah. So that was the main deck, 46.
Look clean.
Side deck or extra deck. I guess I'll shout out studs, and I have my tokens. I had to have 9 tokens, so that I had 8 for Bishbalkin and 1 to still cover my extra deck. So that was sweet. I played 1 Link Revo. This is for Poplar. 1 Link Spider. This comes up in a lot of weird scenarios, especially when you get nibbed, to be able to turn the token into this, because a lot of the stuff you have to make requires effect monsters. But the thing it's really important for is there's variations of the FTK combo where you have to make Bishbalkin, and normally what you want to do is you want to summon Geonator first, and then Bishbalkin under it, or I guess to this zone, and then summon all your tokens. But if you can't do that, you have to Bishbalkin summon 4 tokens, make this, and these into Geonator, and then like you have to get the bodies like later. So this is really important to be able to make Geo when you need to. I guess Geo, this card's insane. It gives them Bishbalkin so you can FTK them. If you watched or read my feature match, you saw I gave my opponent a 0 attack monster and killed him over it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I was taking just like random cards like Baron, like shit like that. This card's insane. Dark and Hida. I don't really think I have to explain these. Yeah, these are just like the board breaker cards you make going second. And they're like really good. I put Little Knight. Just like the generic, like crazy removal card,
Best generic Link in the game.
Yeah, for sure. All right, here's the spice. So, if you've seen the YouTube combo of this deck, you'll know that you make you make Geo, and then they'll summon IP here with 2 tokens. They'll tribute the last, or like one of the tokens for Link Rebo. And then you make these into Princess Bring Back Decatron, and that's how they do the FTK in the standard line. What I figured out was that if you make Geo, you summon Bishbalkin, swap it, you have 5 tokens, you make Yama with 2 of the tokens, because he doesn't require effect monsters, just fiends. These 2 make Appaloosa, and then you make Super Producer, which also doesn't require effect monsters, just fiends. And then the monster that you spell trap off of Flamberge, you pop, trigger Yama, and bring back Decatron, because coincidentally, all of the Infernoids are fiend monsters. And that lets you make a negate at some point in your combo so you don't auto lose to Nib. So that's the spice.
That is insane.
There you go. 1 princess. This card's insane. The other thing that's insane about these 2 cards is that you don't have to use princess to do the FTK. So if you get double hand trapped, you just go through these and this, and then you just do a standard princess combo. This deck's not just a glass cannon FTK deck. It's an FTK deck that if you hand trap it, does the same thing pure Snake Eye does.
That's
so
insane.
like you still just lose. I played 1 Raging Phoenix and 1 Zelantis. My extra deck was super tight, so I couldn't fit Whale in here. And funny enough, we found out this weekend Pack had been playing without Amble Whale in his deck, so he was doing the same thing I've been doing, where you just end on this if you get double, triple hand trapped. But this also being your deck lets you do the OTK. That's like really important with these. Something interesting too is that in this deck, you get to chain block your princess, so they can't bell it. Because you'll like Raging Phoenix into Zelantis. You have Decatron on field as your other fire. You summon this back in Decatron. Princess is chain link 1, target Decatron and their guy. And Decatron's chain link 2. So you get to block that. And then you summon back the Raging Phoenix, and you usually have a bunch of Infernoids left, so you get to summon an Infernoid, and it's like infinite damage.
That's clean.
Appaloosa for the combo, obviously. If you don't end on a negate, and your opponent knows what your deck does, they hold Nib for Machu Mech, and then you just get your asshole blown out.
Fair.
So you have to play that. Excel. This card's ridiculous. The tuner it summons back doesn't have its effects negated. So you just summon back Decatron, dump another guy. And if you dump Sightsumus, this is a level 8 monster, Decatron becomes level 8, you make Bishbalkin. This card's ridiculous.
Good lord.
The criminal offenders themselves. Bishbalkin and Machu Mech. Please ban one of these cards, Konami. This card is pure evil. No one has ever summoned this card with good intentions in their heart. Get rid of it. The side deck. Play 3 drill. I think this just like has to be in your deck, like somewhere.
Yeah. If not, you're gonna lose because of it.
Yeah, I don't think I have to say much more about that. I played 1 Bell and 1 Spooky Dogwood.
I wonder why.
We didn't find out until last week that people were actually playing this card, and I was fucking terrified. Because if my combo does not do 8,000 damage, it does not do a lot more if I commit to that line. So I decided to side the 1 for cross out.
That's fair.
I drew the 1 of one time. I never cross outed it, but I drew it one time. And we had like 30 minutes left. I dogwood him. He gives me like 30,000 life. I just pass for like the next 2 turns until I draw like enough playable cards and kill him. It was crazy. 3 cross out, obviously. So when I'm going first, I'll have 7 cards to ensure my combo goes through. So it is very scary.
Yeah, it helps.
I drew this card quite a bit. It was very good. I played 3 Cosmic. It was just like the generic side for like Pure Snake Eye, Fire King. I drew it a couple times. It was pretty good. Not much to say about it, honestly. I played 3 Droplet. This was like one of the latest editions. I was playing Storms, Duster, and Book of Eclipse for a while. This slot was mostly for like Voiceless Voice. Because like in Book of Eclipse, if you can like force the negate, like books all of their shit, like Serratus too, which is like the biggest problem a lot of the time. And I found this card was like more versatile, that you can use it versus that deck and Pure Snake Eye, because the negates are all you really care about. So that was the theory behind it. I only drew it once, and it was versus Pat Hoban, and he blew my asshole out with the rank 8 Xyz that I don't know how he fit into his Vanadium Fire King deck. So there's that.
Some wild stuff.
Yeah. Then last card was Subversion.
How was that card?
It was pretty good. I drew it in my feature match, and it put a Fender in the spell trap zone, let me crack his whole board. I drew it 1 or 2 other times, or searched it, and it was strong. Yeah, I liked it. Real quick, let me grab my shoutouts I wrote down.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Sean and Justin, my teammates. They're awesome.
They did really well.
Yeah, I'm sorry we couldn't get Sean's first Premier top. We tried our hardest.
Had the curse.
Next time. I believe in him. Clifton, Chester, and Eli, my roommates for the event. And they helped me out a lot this weekend too, because I lost my phone yesterday on the taxi over here. And I spent the whole event without a phone until I just got it back after the last round of Swiss.
That's good.
So shout outs to them and everyone who helped me find my phone. You're all awesome. Shout outs Goo Gaming and Dueling Guard, googaming.com for sweet merch.
NCM Games.
And CN Games. They're the goats. Shout outs Merlin Schumacher and Tom Menzel. They give me all my sweet foreign cards.
Yes, sir. Well, it is really pretty. I was noticing it.
Shout outs everyone at Through the Decades in Louisville. Everyone there is so awesome. They've been letting me play this criminal ass FTK deck for the last month. Haven't leaked the goo to anyone, and they have not gotten salty or toxic about it. So shout outs to everyone.
Which is a high praise, man.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
Shout outs
crazy.
to everyone who tested me, especially Clifton. Me and him probably played like 50 matches, and he never complained once. So
Well, congratulations. I know you didn't top, but just because of a crappy tiebreaker, like you deserve that top, man. And we'll see you at Vegas next year.
Oh yeah, for
Hopefully not 17th again.
Yeah.
But yeah, congratulations, man. See you
Thank
next
you.
time.